anything silly at all, and you're looking back from Brian Uriarte at the 24 of
today. You can swing the opinions of the rider coaches, etc.
The inside comes Christian Daniel to take the lead.
That was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it?
The 17-year-old Frenchman Guillaume Planck.
Planck could be doing Danish a big favour here and keep.
Right, and there is there's the 34 of Vitali ahead of him.
So Veda goes from first to third position as Daniel will come up in Uriarte at bay. But if it carries on like this as well, they've got to be careful of Veda Pratama.
Saw Veda again taking an odd line onto that back straight. I really think somehow he's got to get that sorted.
Across the line, leading this race. Veda looks just behind him. They do a bit of a twitch. You're allowed to do one. He can still pick up a couple of spots, but how much have they used their tyres? One rider.
Otherwise, he's handicapping himself terribly as this race goes on.
Vitali, but you can't do it twice, three times, etc. They come towards turn one, who is just in the zone. You got to hand it to him. Ramadipa out front in fourth position, buoyed by the confidence from yet another podium yesterday. It's going to be Uriarte leading the way. Veda up the inside of Christian Daniel once again, so his lead was with a second's gap still, Peter. What a ride this is from Christian Daniel takes his long lap penalty, slots into 21st position just behind Luke. Rather short-lived.
Yeah, and they're broken away. The group is broken away. Yaroslav Karpushin is back.
First year Indonesian rider.
And Guillem's really got to keep the ball rolling here. He's got to keep that momentum.
Marcus Brown, the first year British Talent Cup graduate.
And Veda Pratama goes there in sixth place, and that's the rest of the field. I wonder if these he needs to get past Brian Uriarte. He's not Brian, of course, not an easy man to gets pushed aside there. He's lost a couple of places. Zen Mitani and also the leading group of five are going to hang on to it.
Gonzalez had a big twitch at the front end then.
He did, didn't he? Last superb rider. He's not close enough to do it at the moment. In fact, he's to the 31 Augulia Pucciolati. He's not having a fun time of it at the moment. He collected that up just in time to turn it right, but he lost a little bit of ground, but has run a little bit wide. Can he get closer to him going into the last corner? Brian uses all the road. It's Veda Pratama. There's Marco Morelli on the 95. He's moving up as well. He's got in front of Veda. I think it could have been a lot worse.
Karpushin's absolutely on it, isn't he? He got
absolutely bone dry where they are at the moment. No, he hasn't done it. So Veda lost about 3 places on that lap.
So Gonzalez podium last time out in Saxon. He's got Danish for company just behind him, and the chase big certainly not. Well then, as they cross the line, it will be 4 laps to go. Normally at this point things are getting. Gonzalez looks to the inside of Uriarte, but he lets the brakes off, and a few riders really begins. They're 1 second off David Gonzalez at the line. Hectic big old group, but no, it is the high-speed game of chess. Away we go then. Struggling there in the braking zone. I wonder if they hit a wet patch and tuck the front almost, but Mitani, we're going to come across the intermediate, second intermediate now near enough. Best lap that time around for Uriarte, 140.7. He's really lost a place, as did Morelli, trying to avoid him essentially. Or did someone just break a bit earlier? On the exit of this corner, we'll see whether that gap is coming down or not. But the leading Quinter, he wants to keep Planck at bay. The victory might have gone. He's relying on him, I'm not sure, but whatever the case is, Pugliese now slots into second with if they want to just have a race of their own, it's in their best interest just to absolute mistake from Kiandra Ramadipa to have any hopes of a win. Or is he? David Gonzalez just behind, Pratama back up to 4.
And Danish,
he pin it because they've got Karpushin and Danish hot on their tails.
And if you saw the orange,
he kept something in his pocket.
Oh,
no, maybe
there's nothing left in the pocket there. Yeah. And Pratama are right together there. They're sorting themselves out for the second place in the cup. Tape come off someone, got pulled off one of the bikes there, and another bit lying on the road.
Yeah, that was it. That was absolutely on the limit, wasn't it? Brian's trying. Danish up into 5th now as well, just off the back of this group. He's the real beneficiary of the...
It's the tape that they have on the radiator at the start of the race. As the temperature rises, the riders can put absolutely everything. Anyway, he's got a second to make up on Ramadipa, but he is...
The melee that ensued, turns 1 and 2, but it's Pugliese now leading.
They pull the tape off and give them full cooling.
there is Beñat Fernandez then. He was the fastest rider.
Absolutely trying everything. Brian Iriarte will have seen that slide as well as they go downhill. And in front of the home crowd, and there's plenty of people to cheer him on this weekend. He wasn't thrilled with yesterday.
On track last time around, 0.2 of a second quicker than your leader.
Will Brian hang on to second, or is Gwilym going to go past him? His race at all, but this is his chance to sign in front of his home crowd.
Christian Daniel, so he could well be a threat later in the race, but what's for certain is in terms of the championship, Dinesh is out of any sort of running for anything better than 10th. He's 2 seconds.
Well, he's looking determined. They're weaving and bucking around there as he on the brakes, but
these front 5 riders are just absolutely drilling it. They're not interested in a big drift, and Fernandez in 9th now, 7 ahead of Christian Daniel Jr. So he's just got to
he gets it turned okay.
We've got Veda Pratama just losing a pack race. They want to have one of their own.
Yeah, that's right. And Brian Iriarte
sit there now and bring it home as the Malaysian.
Right, you're on board with Brian Iriarte.
Look, place to Dinesh there. So Dinesh, well, this is what happens then. Dinesh back to his very best. He moves.
And Veda Pratama are well able to drag this group away from the rest of the field, but that is looking back at the Frenchman on the 24.
Alongside Brian Iriarte, looks up the inside of Carbone, but thinks better of it. Well, with
isn't happening at the moment. It's 3 abreast on the brakes.
Oh, and Christian Daniel, the line
for the top of the hill and right. The gap is still just
first place in the championship lost. Dinesh now really wants that second place to move up. Fast on the brakes there, just lets them off a little bit later than everybody else. He's going to go across track limits though. Wow, nearly 3 abreast through into the Moto3 World Championship win.
And it still is the number 31 in front,
on the exit of that, which is the risk you run as they come now down towards 2A and towards it full. That's Rookies Cup at its best, but Iriarte was by far the bravest through turn 11.
The 16-year-old Italian.
We are all concertina. Veda wants to go up the inside there again, but Christian Daniel just so late on the brakes, isn't he? Goodness, that time around, you can't just pull out a couple of tenths gap through one single corner without up, aren't we? Veda Pratama just off the back. Marco Morelli 6th, Mitani 7th. Car push-ins there as to me, and that was a bit of an example there. He slightly rushed the corner, but I don't think he sacrificed his drive. Well, he obviously had the crash yesterday with Veda Pratama, and that, which, you know, very supreme bravery through there. The 51 is just blockbuster, and of course he might be a span fortunate. No long lap for car pushing. I mean, that was a pure racing incident when there's that many riders in such a short drive. Too much there on this big hill climb up towards turn 3,
and I think he dragged